What's good with you YouTube family? We back at it again with another video, as you can see, of course. But as you can see in the title of the video, you know, we back talking about my boy LaMelo Ball. So we got some shenanigans that was going on in the draft and all that kind of stuff. We know how good he is, and we know what is really going on in regards to that. But let's get right into it. So this is probably going to be a short video. Might not be the full 8 minutes like normal, but 8 or more minutes. But yeah. Before we get into it, your boy got fresh. I'm looking nice and feeling good. Look good, feel good. That's my motto. Uh, anyway, make sure you follow me on social media. All social media at Fluent Movement. Um, and of course, as you see right here, my next more important is my Twitch. I'm on there. I'm on pretty much every other day, if not pretty much every day I can get on there. Just chilling out, playing some games, vibing out, chatting about anything and everything that comes up. We have a good time. But now, so to get back to it, so we are having a good time with seeing the Charlotte Hornets actually making some moves this season. So far, we're still eighth in the East, not making too much noise specifically, but the season is still like a third of the way over, getting closer to halfway over. We just passed the All-Star break, and so teams start to kind of get an idea and a feel for where they are. Um, of course, this season, it's all over the place. There's no telling what's going on because there's moves left and right. The trade deadline's in a couple weeks, and it's just bananas. Like, first Brooklyn gets a couple years ago they get KD and Kyrie, then they get James Harden. Now they got Blake Griffin. It's crazy. Um, a whole bunch of big, excuse me, a whole bunch of big men are on the move. Like now LaMarcus Aldridge, um, Kevin Love is even in trade rumors. Andre Drummond, JaVale McGee, all kinds of stuff. It's kind of crazy to see that all this movement in the league. But again, speaking of movement, this particular situation, no pun intended. Speaking of which, um, we had the draft, of course, taking off like normal, but I boy LaMelo Ball was thinking he was going to end up going second this year. Going to end up just pretty much like his brother Lonzo when he got drafted, would have been second, and would have went to the Golden State Warriors. So, come to find out, the Warriors pulled one on them, and they ended up going with Wiseman. I don't know his first name. I think it's James or something. I don't know. Anyway, not the biggest, not important. So, what is important though is that's dirty. Golden State, you ought to be ashamed of yourself for that. Pulling that man's leg like that, getting his hopes up that he's going to end up being drafted second overall by y'all, and then going with a completely different idea some other time. But lucky for him, in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure everyone else understands this, that would have been a bad idea anyway. Considering that LaMelo is a point guard, Golden State picking a point guard in the draft, you already got the best shooter almost in history. Well, a lot of people, if not everyone, is saying best shooter in history is already a point guard. Where would LaMelo fit in that? We definitely know that he's a point guard. He's a pass first point guard at that. With all the no look passes and all that good stuff, the lobs, the whole Airbnb thing he's got going on with um, Miles Bridges and stuff. I mean, there's no doubt about it. LaMelo Ball is definitely a true point guard as far as passing is concerned. Uh, and that would be a definite clash because he would be coming off the bench behind Steph Curry. He wouldn't get the love that he's supposed to, especially not what he's been getting with Charlotte. So yeah, that would have been a terrible idea. I'm actually glad they passed on him, not only for the sake of his own growth, but for the sake that my Charlotte Hornets actually got it right this year. We got a really good pick. LaMelo Ball has been outstanding. You know, setting records at a future Hall of Famer level. You know, I mean, he's in the same categories as being the first one to being the youngest person in NBA history to get a triple double. That's amazing. Being the third teenager in history to have an average of 20.6 boards and 6 assists in a month, which was in February. I think it was either January or February. I'm not sure which one, but I think it was February. So I mean, the dude is doing major things and putting his name on the league already, letting everybody know that he's going to be a problem. Speaking of which, Draymond Green of the same Golden State Warriors that was thinking about picking him up, maybe it may have been. Well, I know because Draymond Green actually said he didn't really pay him no attention until his mom was like, "Yo, you need to check this kid out. He's really good." He even said it himself in another interview, but. Um, Literally, like if Lamelo would have gone to the Warriors, he wouldn't have got nowhere near the shine he's getting now, and therefore he wouldn't have got the opportunity to do what he's been doing on the what he's doing on the Charlotte Hornets. So definitely glad that they didn't pick him up. Glad we were able to pick him up. So not only is it good for his career that he's doing what he's doing, but and his development, but Charlotte Hornets again have someone that we can be like, yo, that's our dude right there. I mean, we had Kemba Walker, as I've said on numerous occasions in other videos. Had Kemba Walker, but you see what we did with that. Hopefully, history doesn't repeat itself, and LaMelo doesn't go anywhere else because we definitely need him. We definitely need his hype. You know, he's electrifying to watch. He has made Charlotte Hornets basketball more entertaining, more CTV, and we definitely need him to stick around to keep pushing us in the right direction. You know, his teammates, Miles Bridges, Malik Monk, Gordon Hayward, even Cody Zeller is getting off. You know, everybody is having a great time. They play with a smile on their face. They play really up tempo, really good basketball, play it the right way. They're all real young anyway. I think mid-20s is the oldest one. Cody Zeller might be the oldest guy. I think he's about 26, 27. I'm not sure exactly, but they're still all kind of young, playing with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of pep in the step. You know, up there as far as fast break points and things of that nature. Got one of the fastest paces in the league to this point. So it's amazing, and I'm really glad to hear that he was able to make that Michael Jordan again got it right this time because we definitely need somebody of his showmanship, of his caliber to go ahead and get us jump started and make Charlotte Hornet basketball fun to watch and actually seeing us get somewhere so far is great. And hopefully, it's only upward from here. Hopefully, you know, we'll climb up in the ranks a little bit and maybe get maybe even a fifth or sixth seed. You know, it's still feasible because let's see, the top notches are the Sixers, Bucks, Nets. Um, the Raptors are still making a little bit of noise from what I hear. So I mean, it's still a toss up. There's still a little bit of room. Oh, and the Knicks are doing pretty good this year, so I think they're the fifth seed specifically. But hopefully, the Hornets can move up a little bit more, keep on going, make a little bit more of a name for themselves, keep the chemistry. It would be nice if we could pick up one of these big men that's floating around in the trade talks and stuff like that, because like Hassan Whiteside would be a really good pickup. That would be dope. And that's somebody I've been wanting to get pick up anyway, because Hassan Whiteside is actually from North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, you can hit me up and comment in put in the comment section below if I'm wrong or not. Let's get the conversation started. But Hassan Whiteside would be a good pickup. JaVale McGee would be pretty cool. I would like to see him. I like him as a player and just as an overall person. He's got a cool vibe to him. Who else? Andre Drummond. You know, I don't really know where he's going to end up. Somebody is going to get picked up by the Lakers, because I know with their need with AD out, that they're going to be looking for a big man. So one of these big men that's on the market, going to be on the market soon, if not sooner, if not later, is going to the Lakers. Maybe even two of them. Who knows? Whatever the Lakers are working with, that they can pull some assets together and get them. But either way, um, one or two of the big men that are available right now are going to end up in Los Angeles. Because the Nets don't need anybody else. Right now, they are already trying to form a super team. They've already got, again, as I said at the beginning, and I'm sure you've already heard in the news circuits, they already got a decent starting five, because they got DeAndre Jordan, who's still a decent paint scorer. He ain't really doing too much in regards to the Lob City he was when he was in a Clipper, but no one's really also throwing him lobs like he was getting either. But he's got his old partner in crime, Blake Griffin, who is also a high flyer, who's not quite himself anymore. So I'm not really sure Lob City's gonna revive itself in Brooklyn, but either way, it is what it is. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Hopefully, and like I said, we Charlotte Hornets get one of the big men that's moving or about to move here pretty shortly, so we can stay a contender for the playoffs at least. I know to say that we're title contenders is way off base and never isn't likely to happen anytime soon. But it'd be nice to at least get to the second round of the playoffs. But let's see. This video ended up being longer than I expected. I wasn't expecting us to make it this far, but things just came up that I wanted to talk about, and here we are. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the post notification bell so you get my content, and of course, make sure you follow me on Twitch so that we can continue talking about it. Like I said, we talk about all kinds of really cool stuff over there. Have a great time. I got a Discord channel as well, so if you want to join that, the link is in the bio. Hit me up. Until the next time, deuces.